What's up guys, it's your favorite twins, and today we are reacting to Lana Del Rey. Now, this is not the first time we have reacted to Lana. No. We did react to the Chemtrails Over the Country Club music video. However, as you can see, we did not react to the album. So, we figured, why not start with her most famous major label debut, Born to Die.
This has been highly requested for years, I would say. Probably since we started this channel. And, you know, I don't really have a reason as to why we haven't gotten to Lana Del Rey. I also don't have a reason as to why I've never listened to this album. Today is the day. I'm excited. I feel like Lana has such a unique sound. I feel like this album was a lot of people's personality. It shaped the generation, I would say.
It
2012
really I mean,
was a very big year for music. And Lana was definitely a staple. So, I know Summertime Sadness.
I was going to say, Summertime Sadness was the anthem for a lot of people. So, I do remember that song.
But Lana makes like soundtrack music, like ending credits music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like sit in your room in the dark.
Yeah.
Kind of music. Or like, and it's raining.
This is a discography, however, we've always had on our list, so we're excited to finally get into it.
Before we do get into it, of course, we have to shout out our Patreon. Over there, you can find full-length reactions and exclusive reactions. So, if you're into that kind of thing, head over there.
Oh. Beautiful way to start. Who, me?
Feet don't fail me now.
Don't fail me.
Take me to the finish line.
Okay, I'm already...
this does sound
my brain is already moving. Finish line, next song, Off to the Races. Probably no correlation. We'll see.
Oh, but
I'ma just listen.
But I'm open at the gates. They'll tell me that you're mine.
I love the beat.
I feel so alone on a Friday night. It's like I told you, honey. Don't make me sad. Don't make me cry. Sometimes life is not enough. Come take a walk on the outside. Let me kiss you hard in the pouring rain. We would wanna die. Lost, but now I am found. I was so confused as a little child, trying to take what I could get. Keep making me laugh. Let us go get high. The road is long, but carry on. You like your girls insane. So choose your last word, 'cause you and I, we were born to die. We were born to die. Sometimes love is not enough and the road gets tough. I don't know why. Try to have fun in the meantime.
Oh, that was nice.
It's nice build up.
We were born to die.
I like that a lot.
I like that for an opening track, title track, actually.
Yeah. Born to Die. It reminds me of the saying, live fast, die young.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I knew when I was listening, we were listening, I was like, dang, there's a saying.
Yeah.
And I also take it as just death is inevitable.
Right,
it's
right.
something you can't escape.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So in this sense, I kind of take it as like, why not love? It comes across that the love may not be the best thing in the world. Like, maybe this is not the best person to love. I think with things like come and take a walk on the wild side, you like your girl's insane, don't make me sad, don't make me cry, love is not enough sometimes. So it looks like it could be a little bit of some turmoil, but at the end of the day, she's saying like, we're only meant to do two things on this earth.
Right.
So I might as well love you.
I see what you're saying. I think I take it more so as that just being a part of it. I think it's just a matter of appreciating life and love for what it is. It is tumultuous. It does have those ups and downs. I think that is what the wild side is. You like your girl's insane, so she's giving you that vibe that it's like, I'm an alt girl. But like, you know, like she's a little different, you know, than the rest. But
yeah, this was during that Tumblr shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Lana was on Tumblr. The appreciation part is don't make me sad, don't make me cry. You know, just wanting to kind of be in that bliss, I guess.
Right.
So, but I also take Born to Die as we're meant to die together and in this moment. And this way.
Oh, true.
Does that make sense?
True.
Like, in this state.
That makes
you know?
sense. Absolutely.
So, I loved how full the chorus was.
Yes.
It definitely starts the album off in an interesting way.
And the vocals were light
Yeah.
and airy, but also very full at the same time.
Yeah.
I like the production on
I like
that
that
one.
a lot.
My old man is a bad man, but he has me by my heart.
Oh.
He doesn't want to have a Las Vegas past. Swimming pool, glimmering, darling. White bikini outfit, my red nail polish. Light of my life, fire of my loins. Be a good baby, do what
Hold
I
on.
want. And I'm off to the races, paces, up Bacardi chasers, chasing me all over town.
Wait, it doesn't even sound like love. That's crazy.
I'm your little scarlet, starlet, singing in the garden. Kiss me on my open mouth. My old man is a tough man, but he got a soul as sweet as blood red jam. And
Love the descriptions.
he doesn't mind I have a flat, broke down life. In fact, he says he thinks it's why he might like about me. Classroom, bathroom.
Is that a callback to Brother Guy?
Red dress, putting on my makeup. Fire of his loins.
Oh, now it's
Yeah.
reversed.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, without knowing anything about the song, when I hear Old Man, is this like, you know those like relationships where it's almost like sugar daddy?
Yeah.
And that rich lifestyle is off to the races, posing, singing in the garden.
Kiss me on my open mouth. Now I'm off to the races, laces, leather on my waist, racing all over town. Sorry about it. My old man is a thief and but I trust in the decision of the Lord to watch over us. I'm not afraid to say that I die without him. I need you, I breathe you, I'll never leave you. They would rue the day. Look so beautiful. As you know, my man. And we're off to the races, places. Ready, set the gate is down, and now we're going in.
Off to the races. I'm thinking horse. I'm thinking the stable.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
But not maybe. You are my one true love.
Hey, this beat is crazy. Oh, hold on, you heard that?
Strings.
You know,
There's something about a good song.
personally, just my personal opinion,
What's that?
I'd like to see a like.
Okay.
Just personally.
Okay.
You know, I just
got
feel
you.
like
I got you.
a
I got
like
you.
next to that
It's
is
a good,
right.
It's a good song, and
Yeah.
we were reading, but then when we heard, or when I heard, Gold Chain and Cigar, I said, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
a gangster."
Yeah,
This
it
is
started to
this
paint
is
that
a little
picture.
bit of a rougher man. But so I'm thinking, Old Man is just in the sense of, it's odd because it's like a relationship, significant other term of endearment. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my old man, my
Yeah.
old girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So I.
But I
think
also bet
that's
that she's
that
playing a
part.
character though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense too. I do still picture a little bit of like a sugar daddy
gap.
or, you know, a little bit of
Yeah.
a gap there.
Yeah.
It's more of an explanation of the wild side that she was talking about. in
More
Born to
so,
Die.
yeah.
That's how I take it. So
Yeah.
I thought that song was very good. I love the effect on her voice for the
Mm-hmm.
chorus. Very sweet, almost and kind of innocent when the song is very far from that.
Yeah, I definitely, as the song was going on, realized that there is a love there. We dissect albums, and I know a lot of times, you know, each song has its own background, and they are
Yeah,
separate.
but
But when
somehow-
you're listening to an album in order, you know, sometimes you make those connections, and there's the continuity and sequencing that an album has that kind of, I guess, keeps your mind in the same place, almost like it's on the same thread.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
following the same storyline.
Absolutely.
That just means that these songs complement each other.
Right.
I really did like this one. I have seen this title before. Yeah, I think this was another big moment. It definitely had the same vibe as Born to Die to me. Again, continuing those strings.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in seeing this because it looks like she does this a lot, maybe, where
Yeah.
she'll kind of play these characters and tell these stories.
I like it.
So this was cool.
I like the way these songs start.
This feels Western.
Right.
Blue jeans, white shirt, James Dean, for sure. You're so fresh to death and sick as cancer.
Oh.
You're a sweaty punk rock, I grew up on hip-hop. I will love you till the end of time. Promise you'll remember that you're mine. Baby, can you see through the tears? I will love you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What
That
was
was
that?
amazing.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Baby, say you'll remember, baby. I will love you till the end of time.
All right.
Gangsta.
Gangsta.
Said you had to leave to start your life over.
So God wants to leave that.
Yeah.
Oh, please, please send papers. Caught up in the game, it was the last I heard. Love you more than those pictures before I say you remember.
And more strings.
You went out every night, and baby that's alright, 'cause I'm a ride or die, whether you fail or fly.
Nice.
But when you walked out the door, a piece of me died.
Okay.
Told you I wanted more, so I would've had in mind to remember. I will love you till the end of time.
I love the story that those three songs tell. You know, it
Yeah.
kind of like Born to Die feels like it picks up in the middle of this relationship, right? And Off to the Races seems like it takes you back to the beginning. When you think of
Yeah.
Off to the Races, it's like the beginning of something.
Yeah.
And then it kind of narrates, you know, how that relationship came to be,
Yeah.
how it formed, and then Blue Jeans kind of narrates how it ended.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
she once again reiterates how she will always love this person.
Yeah.
Which kind of further promotes that idea of born to die. I will die loving you.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So I really like that one too. Blue Jeans. James
Yeah.
Dean is often referenced in, you know, these types of songs. Just of like
Yes,
the
'cause he has
teenage.
just
Yeah.
that
That kind of thing. So that makes sense.
No, I really liked it. I love that specific note. I know.
Yeah.
I literally said that every
Yeah,
single
the high
time I
note.
heard the note, but it was absolutely beautiful. You know, this is one of the shortest, if not the shortest song on the album.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect length. Lana just has that voice, although we don't listen to a lot of Lana. I can always appreciate her voice.
Yeah.
And the beats, the production, again, I have to commend because it's just so well produced. These songs, they put you in this
Yeah.
trance, and I'm really enjoying it. So your storyline, I agree with
Yeah.
110%. That was a really good song.
It really was. She does a great job at kind of making you feel like you are in the moment with her.
Yes.
And that's the best way I know how to explain it. You know,
Absolutely.
I think she has such a classic voice. So when she chooses these instrumentals and she chooses to like go about her music in this way, there's an aesthetic that
Yes.
just works.
And I see the hip hop influence for sure.
Yeah, that's what's surprising me, I think, the most. The fact that there are those beats. I think Born to Die is still the one that surprised me a lot.
Yeah.
Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Take it over here and play a video game. I say you the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on. It's you, it's all for you. Heaven is a place on earth with you. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? Who's loving you?
Oh, I love that. Love that.
Baby, now you do.
Now you do.
Swinging with the old stars, living for the fame.
I love these
Kissing
Love
in the blue dark,
that.
playing pool and wild dogs, video games. Watching all our friends fall in and out of old clothes. This is my idea of fun, playing video games.
Something that I do together.
It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two.
I like that.
Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Only worth living if somebody is loving you. Now you do.
Interesting.
And that was the lead single. I know.
Interesting choice.
We always say, you know you're really comfortable with someone when you feel comfortable in silence. Or
Yes.
you feel comfortable doing simple things and you don't feel like you have to always entertain the other person or stay busy to be comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when you know that I guess a person is truly right for you.
Yeah.
So this idea of, you know, their days always coming back to video games just feels very wholesome, you know? I think that that's an aesthetic you see in a lot of relationships. It's the comfortability and the settling down.
I probably look like I was just like falling
Zoning
asleep,
out, falling asleep.
out.
You can't fall asleep
But-
to Lana.
No, I can't fall asleep to Lana.
Uh-uh.
But I think what was happening is, again, like we said, it kind of takes you to this other place and you just are allowed to feel the music. And again,
Yeah.
it is very soothing. It is very calming. But I was picking up on the same thing of video games is something that they like to do together.
Or that she likes to just watch and admire him.
And that's how I
too.
think, yeah, the perspective or point of view kind of shifted for the second verse.
Yeah.
But still kind of came back to the same principle. So,
Yeah.
again, a very interesting lead single.
Yeah.
Because it is more on the slower side.
More.
It is on the slower
is,
side,
yeah.
but it was a beautiful song, and I will say I was very hesitant with this album because, you know, this song is damn near 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but you don't feel the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You really don't, because there's so much to take in. So far I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, and it's that storytelling too. You might see me reading a lot because the references do kind of go over my head at times.
Yes.
Just because she'll reference things that, you know, it could be poetry, it could be things of the past.
Things are personal that-
similar to
you know?
Taylor a little bit.
I was gonna
in
say
that
Taylor,
way,
we
yeah.
have to do a lot of reading because a lot of things are very personal to them.
Yeah.
So, but it just helps you relate more.
You know, she says it simply, heaven is a place on earth with you. You know, she's found that with this person. She doesn't want to let it go.
Yeah.
And, you know, it does feel separate from the first 3 tracks, but I can see how it kind of continues that feeling as well of just finding that person and not wanting to let it go and feeling like you found, in a way, something in life that's meant to last forever.
Yeah.
And you'll die having it. I keep drawing it back to the title because I think she's doing a very good job at keeping that theme.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Okay, but in the last song, she was
Now-
talking about how they had a mutual love for New York
Exactly.
City.
Okay, hold on. This is about to be my hit.
Hold on. For Love Forever, see?
Baby, put on heart-shaped sunglasses, 'cause we're gonna take a ride. I'm not gonna listen to what the past says. Turn me to ashes,
Got it.
ready for another life. Teach me just what fast is. Saints could be over.
Fast, again.
I'm a new baby, New York City.
Swinging in the backyard, pulling up in your fast car.
So pretty. You made it now, love down and pretty.
Hey.
People be in love forever. Let's take Jesus off the dashboard. Got enough on his mind.
Hey.
Saved too many times. Maybe I like this roller coaster. There's ever girl so pretty. People be in love forever. You're no good for me.
Hey.
Baby, you're no good for me.
Love that background.
I want you, I want you.
Hey, hey!
Diamond do, baby, New
And the
York
beat
City.
cut.
Maybe stopping at 7-Eleven. There his work, Pontiac heaven. Do you think we'll be? Oh, baby, I want you, I want you.
You're gonna sit here and tell me that the best song so far was written in
That's a
2008?
hit. That's a hit.
This song was written in 2008?
Add that like.
And listen, I'm not just saying this because the other songs were slow as shit. I'm saying it because it genuinely was
Yeah.
my absolute favorite. So as you can see, that just
know what that
gave
reminds
me
me of.
an energy boost. I loved that.
Baby, I want you.
I am a little baby, New York City.
I didn't know that Mountain Dew also, I guess, refers to moonshine.
But
I
that
didn't know
makes sense
It makes
because
total
you're
sense.
no good for me,
Yeah.
you know.
That makes total
that
sense.
being
Yeah.
love.
Continuing that wild lifestyle, too.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty epic.
Absolutely.
That's pretty epic. I like that one a lot. Was that a single? That was, right?
Oh,
She made it a
tell me
single?
it was a single because that was good.
This one felt kind of sexy.
It was very sexy.
She said, take Jesus off the dashboard.
Because
can't see this.
Because
He can't see
we
this.
already
Listen,
saves it on time.
he's worried about enough.
Yeah, he's worried about
All
it.
right, he doesn't need to be worried about this, too.
Exactly.
All right?
You know, 241 million streams. It makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense and it's well
makes
deserved.
sense.
Because that song was very good. Very good.
New York City.
Oh, what? I'm playing that a lot.
This one's for me. You hear that? Ooh. Those fireworks?
Money is the anthem of success. So before we go out, what's your address? I'm your national anthem. God just so handsome. He loves to romance them. Reckless abandon. Wind in my hair, hand on the back of my neck. Tell me I'm your national. Who you bring down, making me so wild now.
Hey, when you say wow now.
Sucker, sucker, hound now. Take your body downtown.
Downtown again.
Have it again. What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. It's a fact. Kiss, kiss. I sing the national.
Okay, this attitude. Kiss, 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 kiss. This attitude. I love it.
I love it.
Over your body, hold you like a python. And you can't keep your hands off me or your pants on. Don't you know who you're dealing with? Do you think you'll buy me lots of diamonds?
Make me say wow now.
Sugar, sugar, how now? Take your body down.
Okay, this is a move.
Losing stars. It's a love story for the new age. Start a 6-page.
I'm gonna need y'all to give it to Lana's flow, though.
Yes.
Because if Lana wanted to rap, Lana could rap.
Lana could rap.
Lana said, you know, she grew up on hip hop.
And
all right?
the flow changes are very evident.
You can hear the flow.
Excess the buying, overdose and dying, and the drugs and the love and the drinks and the rage. He will do very well. So put on mascara and your party dress. I'm your national anthem, boy. Put your hands up, boy. You have landed, babe, in the land of sweetness and danger, Queen of Saigon. Red, white, blues in the sky.
Hey, okay, wait though.
Money is the anthem, God is the anthem. Money is the anthem of success.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Very interesting song.
Very interesting
I like
song.
that one though.
I do too.
Yeah, upon reading, I saw that it's kind of maybe alluding to the life and death of President John F. Kennedy
Right.
and the love triangle in between. I can see the
Right.
difference and what she's comparing throughout the song
Yeah.
a little bit. And I think of the themes of diamonds and the themes of money being the anthem and
Right.
and all of that and the red, white, blue. I think about all those
Right.
references. That's why it's
Right.
important to read because upon listening, you may never think
may not.
that she's drawing from
Yeah.
this.
That just fits
Yeah.
the whole vibe of the album. You know, Lana's vibe is very vintage. It's very,
Yes.
it's very melodic, but it's also very upbeat. And like we said, those flow
Yeah.
changes, you see a lot of the influence. And I appreciate that as a listener because it makes me relate to you on that musical level. And I get to see where you pull your inspirations from.
Yeah.
So this was
Important.
a good one. And I mean, this is halfway
Very artistic.
into the album. That's
She
something
kicked
to
it off
take
right,
note of.
for sure. And production wise, there are still elements that are remaining the same.
Yeah.
So it's keeping for a very cohesive project.
Absolutely.
So I'm liking it so far.
Yeah.
It also feels like she's talking about the same kind of men that she's encountering.
Yes.
He loves to romance them, reckless abandon. Those dudes that are they kind of really ain't shit.
Yeah.
But she just keeps messing with them.
Yeah.
Except for video games. I think she found the one with video games.
I think she found the one with
She
video
found the one with video games.
Yeah, but even so, video games had a little bit of a darker tone too. So.
I think they all do.
Yeah,
Essentially.
well, that's the truth.
Very cinematic music.
Yes.
That's what I like.
All my friends tell me I should move on. I'm lying in the ocean singing your song.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
Loving you forever, and there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody.
I just wanted to point out because I was thinking it, and the fact that it says it here, for her to say "I'm lying in the ocean singing your song,"
Ariel?
not even just Ariel, but it really sounds like a siren, right?
Ah.
That lures you in.
Yes.
That's immediately what came to me. The
Yes.
way she stretched that.
Yes.
Yeah.
My soul is haunting me and telling me sure I was dead. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. We'll be waiting on the other side. All my friends ask me why I stay strong. Tell them when you find true love, it lives on.
I like that.
I was about to say, go ahead and add that line.
Telling me that everything is fine.
Okay, please just bring it back to the idea of born to die. This
Right.
person is dead, and so she is wishing she was dead
Dead.
too.
Of course.
She wants to be with this person. It's a forever love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
No one compares to
Come on, strings.
No one compares to you. I don't wanna wake up from this tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
my
think-
second favorite.
Yeah, that's
song.
up there. That's top 3
That's
for me
top
right
3
now.
for sure. That was an amazing track. Wow.
Wow. And I'm reading here that, an insider claims, this is alleged, this is just speculation, that this was actually for her boyfriend that died a couple years prior.
That would make sense.
That would make sense. That love, it just dies with a person.
Yeah.
Like, it's so unfortunate when people pass away, but I always hear about those stories where people do lose their boyfriends, their wives, their husbands, and that seems incomparable. Like I don't know what that would feel like when you lose your person in life. I mean, even when people lose a best friend, anytime you lose somebody that was your partner in life, it feels like you did life together.
They say when heartbreak is real because some significant others die.
Yeah.
Shortly after their own significant others die because they can't handle the heartbreak. It's how the hell do you function?
How do you function? Because you're only ever used to living one way. I also like the title Dark Paradise because one, when you close your eyes, it's like a dark paradise because in that darkness is the only way I connect to you, essentially, right? But it's dark because it's also the unknown. That's why she says, I don't know if you'll be on the other side, waiting for me.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a fear of the unknown, but it's a bit of a comfort because you feel closer to that person in the unknown. That was a little wordy, but I think you guys get what I'm saying.
No, I do. It's you kind of have this vision of the afterlife and what will happen when you meet that person again.
Yeah.
But to also know that may not be the outcome. Is scary.
Yeah,
But the
scary.
love in a sense is the paradise, and the darkness, like you said, is the unknown.
Yeah, and to bring back that note that sounds like a siren. It's almost like it's luring her into that dark paradise, which could eventually be to either her doom or something greater. So
Not even they can stop me now. Boy, I've been raised from the dead.
The dark
No
paradise.
one even knows how hard life was. Now my life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in. 'Cause my body's sweet like sugar venom, oh yeah. Baby, love me 'cause I'm playing on the radio. American dreams came true somehow. I heard the streets were paved with gold. No one even knows what life was like. Now I'm in LA and it's paradise. I finally found you. Sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in. Pick me up and take me like a vitamin. 'Cause my body's sweet like sugar venom, oh yeah. Baby, love me 'cause I'm playing on the radio. How do you feel like me now?
I actually really like that song. And I think that's actually one of my favorite choruses on the album, and I like it because you know how they kind of say like, oh, when you get fame, people start coming out, out of the blue, and they're like, oh my gosh, remember me, I used to love you, we used to hang out. And it's kind of like, fuck you,
right.
But in this case, it's kind of like, ooh, I like that. Like,
right.
I feel valued, I feel favored, I feel seen, I feel heard. It feels good to know that you're liked or you're desired in some form of fashion. So now her life is sweet like cinnamon. Because somebody is in her life that is showing interest, and it just so happens to be because she's playing on the radio, but she doesn't give a fuck.
When I took the time to close my eyes and listen to that last chorus, I feel like it has a very dark undertone.
Yeah.
Right? Because she says, now my life is sweet like cinnamon. If you've tasted cinnamon, right? It's sweet at first, but it has a little spice to it.
Yes.
Right?
Very true.
And then she moves on to say, love me because I'm playing on the radio. How do you like me now?
Right.
Right?
That validation.
So, yes, that validation, but it's kind of like confirming you didn't like me before. Because my body's sweet like sugar venom. So she's always giving you these two sides to the coin, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that idea that, yes, I'm happy you're back in my life, but it's kind of sad that it was at this cost.
Yeah, it's a little bittersweet.
It took this for you to like kind of recognize me is
Yeah.
how I'm taking it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like for her to end the song with "How do you like me now?" I feel like that's really telling you what this is about.
I liked it a lot.
I told him
did.
straight up. I said I wasn't gonna like this one. I don't know why. I told him I was like
So you don't
I
like
feel like
it?
it's gonna be the one that I don't like, but it is better than I
I
expected
think
it to be.
anticipated, yeah.
But the title radio, I guess I don't know. Maybe I have beef with the title.
I like it.
Darling, darling, doesn't have a problem lying to herself, cause her liquor's top shelf. It's alarming. She says you don't wanna be like me, don't wanna see all the things I've seen. I'm dying, famous and dumb at an early age.
Famous and dumb. Think about radio, Hollywood, all of that.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
They all like Carmen. She gives them butterflies, bets her cartoon eyes. She laughs like God. Carmen, Carmen, staying up till morning. Only 17, but she walks the streets so mean. Call me Island Queen. She says you don't wanna be like me, looking for fun, getting high for free. Tyrant, the boys, the girls, they all like Carmen. Her mind's like a diamond. Body tonight, she's still shining like lightning. That's the little story of the girl you know, relying on the kindness of strangers, doing party favors. Put your red dress on, put your lipstick on, and you're alive again. She's sick, it's dreams.
Translate.
Like lightning, lying to herself, cause her liquor's top shelf.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this one out because I feel like we played with a lot of different themes. I saw prostitution,
And I saw
alcohol abuse.
alcoholism. I love the storytelling. I love the storyline. I love the production. It's not my favorite though.
I can agree
Like
with that.
I will probably not go back and listen to this song, but I do love how deep it is and how layered it is. But I don't know, this one just didn't resonate with me. But again, I love the story, the storytelling, the storyline, whether it is about prostitution, alcohol, addiction, anything like that.
Yeah.
Addiction in general, to be honest with you. I love how, that was taken on. This one wasn't doing it
It
for me.
hit you.
And I realized that a little less than halfway through, I was like, once we got to the chorus, I said, this one's not gonna do it for me.
Yeah. So you weren't one of the ones that like Carmen.
No.
I feel like I could kind of say the same. I read that Lana admitted to having a bit of a battle with alcohol in her teenage years.
Okay.
So I do like the fact that she seems to be drawing a bit of, connection from there and painting a story, which is, this is what artists do. Artists will paint a picture that is relatable, but it's still tasteful and artistic. I think my favorite line is "doesn't have a problem lying to herself because her liquor's top shelf." I think that was epic.
Lyrically, this is
It's lyrically a great song, but I'm still having trouble figuring it out because it's definitely the story I read here of a 17-year-old girl, but it seems like her life is just kind of troubled, but she has this on and off switch. When she's in front of everybody, she's the star. Yeah. But behind the scenes, it's what you hear in Hollywood. You know how everyone's got a face. Everyone's got a mask that they put on, and inner demons that, will catch up to you at some point. And again, like thinking about that darkness, maybe not so much dark paradise, but just that darkness, you are faced with them. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
You said I was the most exotic flower in that final round.
Okay, these vocals.
I don't know how you, someone as dangerous, tainted and flawed as you. One for the money, and two for the show. You're screwed up and brilliant, look like a
Love
Woo,
that.
hold on.
Why is my heart broke?
Hold on. So you mean to tell me that you're $1 million man,
Man.
but when I got with you, I'm still broke?
I'm so broke. Oh,
Share some of
wow,
that.
I love that.
Share some of that.
I love that.
But baby, at what price?
Love this.
Something so strange, hard to define.
You better give me the doo-wop pop. Come
Yeah,
on.
I love this.
She is in a nightclub right now.
It's a speakeasy
With the
for
old
me.
a speakeasy.
Yeah.
She got the old mic.
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit dress.
Absolutely.
One eye covered.
That's right.
Breasts is out.
That's right.
She said, Edward Price.
I follow you down, down, down. If you're going crazy, just grab me and take me. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. How did you get that?
You hear this instrumental?
I don't know.
It's nice and muffled. I love it.
It's good and look like $1 million. So why is my heart broke?
I think that one's top 5 for me.
Yeah, that might even be top 3 for me. Wow, that was an amazing song.
I mean, like,
Wow.
Like-
That was an amazing. And I didn't think that's what it was going to be about. You look like $1 million man. Why is my heart broke? You cannot love me. You have everything, but again, at one price, you don't know how to love. And for this album, we're born to die, so you might as well love. If you can't love, what's the point of living?
exactly. He left my girl on the curb. No car, no money, no
Nothing.
job.
No, nothing.
My thing is, you meet people, right? And they put on a front sometimes.
They sure do.
But from the outside looking in, they look like they got everything. They
Yeah.
look like they're perfect, right? The $1 million man. And when you get into their, when you are in their lives or when y'all connect, you're like, oh, wow, I found it. You know what I mean? You feel like you won't be searching for anything ever again.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, you realize that, like, they're not feeding you in the way you need to be fed. Even though they appear to have so much value, the same doesn't apply to you in the end.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't know how to share that. Sometimes it could even be you were too reliant on that person. And you're still broke because there's still something for you to figure out about yourself. Or maybe they're just not pouring anything into you.
Yes.
So I love that it could go either way with that topic.
Yeah.
But I like that. I feel like a lot of this album centers around things not really being what they seem.
I think of the saying, a pint person cannot fill a gallon person.
Nope.
They'll never be whole. Let's get on to Summertime Sadness because
I'm ready for a hit.
we know that one.
Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight.
Come on.
I'm feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air till the sunrise above. I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Baby, I got that summertime sadness. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight.
Can you just point out the callbacks, please?
Oh, hell yeah.
You got
Hell
my
yeah.
heavenly side. I'll die happy tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 899.
Yeah.
Fast car,
Yep, the Pontiac,
Pontiac Kevin.
I'm sizzling like a snail, honey, I'm fine. I just wanted you to know. Summertime sadness. Think I miss you forever. Like the stars miss the sun in the morning sky. I got that summertime sadness. Oh. Kiss me hard before
was gonna say,
I was
go on
about
to
to
the
flow.
next one. Y'all, there is not much to say on Summertime Sadness. You know that is a hit. That is probably one of Lana's, if not Lana's biggest hit, because it's
one of
so good.
It just
it's
is.
so good, and it paints such a beautiful picture. And you know, listen, when you got that little fling or whatever,
Listen.
and you know it's gonna last a short amount of time.
We went to the beach that
when
one
it's
summer.
time to say goodbye
Yeah.
to that person, yo,
Yeah.
that mess hurts. That
It wasn't me
mess
screaming though. It's
kills
like
you.
it's mad dramatic. Like exchange numbers.
Okay,
But it's all a part of the aesthetic. You know what I
It's-
mean?
Okay.
You met that one person on the beach. Y'all was playing in the sand. I feel like even kids can relate to this.
I've always loved Summertime Sadness. I remember when it came out, it was freaking everywhere because again, this was the time of freaking Tumblr.
2012.
And it just so
Yeah.
Tumblr was still 2012, right? Yeah.
But the song once again explores exciting love. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That happens on a whim, and it's something that I feel like we're all chasing. You know, that excitement, that initial spark. So I love how she's been able to paint that several times throughout the album.
Yes.
I think this song could have ended the album, but I also felt like $1 Million Man could have ended the album. So I'm wondering what this is what makes us girls, because I feel like that's going to be another great ender.
Yeah.
So the album just constantly feels like it's ending and
And-
reigniting and ending again and ending
Yeah.
again. So
Oh,
I love
which is
that.
good. Yeah.
But this has been great.
Remember how we used to party up all night, sneaking out, looking for a taste of real life. Sweet 16 and we had arrived, walking down the streets as they whistle high, high. Teacher said we'd never make it out alive. Yeah, she was my real best friend. Oh, she starts to cry, mascara running down her face. This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put love first. Something that we die for.
Recapping.
Yep. Yes.
This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put love first. Something that we died for.
It's a curse.
Oh, don't cry. Don't make me cry. First song.
Don't make me sad.
And that's where the beginning of the end begun. We were skipping school and drinking on the job with the boss, drinking cherry schnapps in the velvet night. Yo, we used to go break in, running from the cops in our black bikini tops, screaming, yeah, that's why we're hot. We don't stick together 'cause we put love first. We cry about it. The prettiest in crowd that you had ever seen. A freshman generation of degenerate beauty queens. We got into trouble and when stuff got bad, I got sent away. I was waving on the train, crying 'cause I know I'm never coming back. This is what makes us girls. It's not gonna happen.
What an interesting way to take this album out.
I get it now.
But I loved it. And
I get it now.
Let me say this. Let me say this about this one.
I understand now.
I love the fact that This Is What Makes Us Girls ends the album because it kind of gives you the reason as to why everything from tracks 1 to 11 happened. It sets up the story
Yes.
about the troubled teenage
Yes.
life and why Lana kind of falls for these guys
Yes.
that live that fast, lush
Yes.
life. It's because it's all she's ever known.
yes,
So when
yes.
they're not able to give it to her,
Yes.
it's low-key kind of scary because
Yeah.
it's like a safety net. It's a safe haven. It's a familiar,
Right.
comfortable space.
Right.
So
Her
yes,
heaven that she's
it's
constantly
her
chasing.
Heaven. It's what makes her feel good.
Yes.
So yes, Summertime Sadness could have definitely ended the album,
No.
but this is what makes us girls.
This is it.
It puts
is it.
everything into perspective and it makes it all make sense.
Yes. And it's the way
Love
that
it.
she directly draws from her actual past.
Actual experience.
And narrates and tells you
Absolutely.
her story, her actual story.
Yeah.
I love that personal touch to end the album with that because it's like throughout the whole album she was kind of telling these stories, kind of playing these characters and doing it through different literature and things
Yeah,
like that,
it's
which is nice.
Yeah.
But there's something about when an artist really opens up.
Because
To do that at the end, it makes you reflect on everything you just listened to.
Differently.
You hit the nail differently.
Yes.
And you really hit the nail on the head with saying that this was kind of the genesis.
Yes,
This
that's
was
the
the
word.
genesis
That's the word.
of it all.
Yeah.
And so, something that we died for. Like,
It was an amazing ender, amazing song
was.
lyrically. Jordan,
hey.
let's talk about it.
That last song puts so much into perspective. It has made me love this album even more than I already was. Top to bottom, you know, I just love the cohesion. I really do. Not just in the sound and in the production, but in the storyline, you know. I've always heard that this is the best album to start with, and I can definitely see why.
Oh, absolutely.
What surprises me the most is the hip-hop influences. That speaks to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes.
mixing it with this sort of 50s classic vintage feel is something that, like I said in the beginning, is very unique. It's very original. It's Lana's sound.
Absolutely.
So I love the fact that she was able to come in and cultivate her own lane.
Yes.
You know, if someone else were to duplicate this, your mind is not going to go anywhere else but Lana.
It truly is, and again, I think it really lets you know who Lana was. I think that's why we say and classify this as the debut.
Yeah.
Because it really just set the tone for everything to come afterwards. And I have to say that I loved how experimental it was and how many different flows and sounds and just everything she played with. It really did work out in her favor to create, in my opinion, an iconic and could be legendary album.
I could see why. I mean, you think about the time in which this album came out.
Yeah.
Nothing else sounded like it.
Nothing.
2012 was a time of EDM, dance pop music.
And that. So to still create a fan base, to still create momentum with this kind of sound, I'm very pleased, and I didn't think we were gonna like it this much. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but to sit down and just really feel this album, I'm glad we decided to do it. Shout out to everybody that has been requesting this. It was not going unseen. We just knew that, you know, there was gonna come a time where it was appropriate
cut
to
out
sit down.
time to do this.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
This has actually made me excited to like check out Ultraviolence, because that's another one I've heard a lot about.
A lot.
And now
Norman,
there is that one too, but Paradise. There is a Paradise edition.
And that's why seeing Dark Paradise, I was like, wait, isn't that the name of like the
the
reissue?
That might be next, Joe. I ain't gonna lie. That might be next.
Yeah.
Alright, it's time for hard questions. What's your top 5?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we all know I love Diet Mountain Dew. So Diet Mountain Dew, Dark Paradise, Radio, $1 Million Man, Summertime Sadness.
Okay. I respect it. In no particular order, I'm gonna go with Off to the Races, Diet Mountain Dew, Dark Paradise, $1 Million Man, and This Is What Makes Us Girls.
I had a feeling that was gonna be.
The only reason Summertime Sadness is not in there is because it's unfair. Okay?
Okay, wait, okay.
She had a lot of time.
Okay, wait, so if we're doing that and not counting Summertime Sadness, then I'd probably go off to say Off to the Races.
And you know, I knew you had sense. I knew you had sense.
As always, we'd love to know what you guys thought about this album. Let us know your top 5 down below in the comments.
If you enjoyed watching us react, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. That way you know when we upload. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, Delranians.